Hello all, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the early game walkthrough for Element Fission. This is episode 3. We just filmed episode 2 yesterday, but we need to do summons again. We're about ready to tackle Boxing Club B10, and I just wanted to see if we can get the tree bookworm or the tree ant cannon. Both of those would be really helpful. If we can't get those, then we'll just have to build a different team. I also wanted to share a few farming tips with you. You'll realize after the first couple days of the game that you're going to need to spend pretty much almost all of your time in Boxing Club or in story mode farming experience. So you're trying to get gear and you're trying to get experience to level up monsters, and that's really all you're doing the first few days. So I have a few tips for you that I'd like to tell you.
Not like that! Not like that! No! Stop it! He's going to tell. He's going to tell. He's going to tell. He's going to tell. He's going to tell.
Okay. I'm going to tell you now. So here we are in Boxing Club, and we're actually in B7 right now. B7 is stable, but I wanted to show you one of the tips. So I'll do a full video on Boxing Club later, but one of the things I just wanted to share, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it in chat, is you want as many buffs as possible, ideally at least 4, on your monsters. And one of the problems, if you're having trouble killing the third wave, is that your monsters may come into the final boss wave without any of their buffs. And so one of the things we've done here is we put Zeal runes on 2 of the monsters that usually move first, so that if they move first and there's no buff, they at least have 1 buff on them. So just wanted to throw that little tip out there. Now, if I had the tree ant cannon, that wouldn't matter as much, because he would obviously go first, and then he does not one of his skills is will not land as a glancing hit, so the tree ant cannon would not need Zeal runes on it, the equivalent of will runes in Summoner's War. And then another thing that happened is that I had a mission quest late last night where I needed to summon 1 light dark in order to continue on the missions, and so I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to do a video, so I did 1 light dark summons. And I got the Dark Sharpshooter, who's amazing. She's actually similar to Crow, but actually has better skills than the Crow in Summoner's War. So, as people are like, where do I farm in story? Where should I go? First thing is who is your farmer? So if you have a water farmer, you want to farm one of the fire story elements. And actually, I kind of like farming the volcano because it gives you Zeal runes. I'm not saying they would be the ones that you farm out of story would be long term, but if you get a 3-star blue rune out of story, you could potentially get 18 speed on that, which is not horrible. But I like having those runes available just in case I need immunity in some of the dungeons, and I'm first building a monster and I haven't we're not even close to farming the dungeon to get real Zeal runes yet. So I think that's a good place to go. And so that's where I spend time with Dr. Evil. I put all of the beans I had into him, and you can see he's on horrible runes, but he's not fully skilled yet. And so one of the things I was seeing was that he would AoE on wave 1, he would AoE on wave 2, and then he would not have an AoE on the 3rd phase, and that 3rd phase would take twice as long as the first 2 phases combined. So that was a real problem, and actually I had another account that I'm actually no longer playing that had the tree bookworm in it, and it was having the same problem. It would get to wave 3, it wouldn't have an AoE, and I just didn't have any other skill ups for it. So we were running into the same problem. You're probably running into this problem as well. And so we have a solution for that. And that's to include the tree tank, turtle tank, and he's on horrible runes, but you can see his skill 3 not only removes debuffs, but it decreases the cooldown by 1 turn and grants a 2-turn speed up. Gives your AoE nukers a chance to have their second or third skill available again on the 3rd wave, so then runs can be very fast. You can see I'm at 4.5 energy, and actually I just did some arena wings, so let's go ahead and go back, and you can see I've got my energy saving lamp up to level 9, and we're just going to get that into level 10. I would potentially recommend this to be your first thing that gets fully upgraded, because it doesn't cost a lot, and then you're saving energy every single run. So then there's a lot of debate around, do you do the EXP capsule next, the energy refiner, the energy tank, and earlier I think in episode 1 I had said the energy tank was pretty important, and it still is, but I'm starting to change my opinion a little bit that maybe the energy refiner is better, because you're going to regenerate energy faster, especially when you're offline and sleeping. Then you get energy back quicker, so you can have more energy available the next day. But then of course there's obviously the speed tower in here, but that's going to be horrendously expensive. So, but it's a very important one. So now we've upgraded that. So we were at 4.5 energy to farm each time, and now that we've upgraded that to level 10, we're now down to 4.1 energy per turn. Now if we were to take the turtle tank out, and put in another wisp, then we would actually drop down to 4 energy. But having the turtle tank in there so that the runs are faster, you're only adding 0.1 energy. And I know that adds up over time, but it's really not that much. And you need a ton of wisps for fodder. So the faster your runs are, the more consistent they are, the quicker you'll be able to 6-star things. You can see he did it again. And I'm not sure I like that. But then Fire Dr. Evil does his thing. Okay, he did cooldown again, so now we should be able to do Disintegrate. And there we go. That was the end of that. And so you don't, even though you're using the tank to cool down the AoEs, if you wanted to, you could set the skills, and I'll show you that in just a second. But that costs more energy, and I don't think that's really worth it if it's going to do it most of the time. And then once your units are fully skilled, then the tank's not needed anyway. So another question that I often get is, like, how far up should we farm? And really the answer to that is as far up as you can, where it's fairly fast and you really don't have any chance of losing. So you can see that the arcade town, which is the first story that you run through, only provides 5,100 experience. If you come over here to the last one, you're looking at 6,500. And so if you farm much higher up, then you'll get a lot more experience per run, and over 20 runs that adds up really quick. Then I'm farming slots 2, 4, and 6 because you're very early in the game. You're really low on speed, accuracy, and HP and attack percent, crit rate, and getting a 3-star blue rune with those stats, it's not great, but it can at least get some units runed up so that they can be used for growing your account. Oh, and TNT is one of my buddies in Channel 1. So, which reminds me, one of the reasons I like playing this game is that there's a lot of people in chat, and they're very chatty, because you're kind of forced to watch your farming runs, which is boring after you've figured out your farming team. So there's a lot of time to chat while you're waiting. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Bo, who plays with me in Summoner's War, but he's come over to the game as well. So hey, Bo. And then ISO, Not quite sure how to pronounce that one. Another buddy of mine from Channel 1. And then one more person. How do you... So I'm trying not to use a certain word on YouTube. Let's just say the person's name is Applecore. And he plays the game really hard. So he's a good player. And then one final shout out. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Cube Guild. So this is my home in the game, and King Crab is our leader. We're putting together a pretty good guild. It's full right now, so we can't really invite anyone in, but if that changes, I'll let you guys know. But guild is real chatty, and we have a couple of really strong players who know what they're doing, so it's a lot of fun. 'Cause not only can I help teach people, but I also can learn from them. Really needed to get these summons in today because it's time to build the Boxing Club B10, and also I need to start building other dungeon teams. So I'm hoping for a lot of skill ups. The sharpshooters are really good. And, off camera, I pulled the dark sharpshooter. She does really good damage for dungeons. And then we're just praying that we can get the tree bookworm or the tree ant cannon. Either one would be very helpful. The bookworm more so, but so here we are. We've got 80 Illyrium. I'm actually going to save the exclusive because I'm not excited about any of the Nat 5s right now. We've got one Twilight, and it only takes one. And then we've got two powerful, basically those are the equivalent of water and wind legendaries in Summoner's War. So got two legendary scrolls, light and dark, and then 80 regulars. And we're still missing a lot of regulars. So we're hoping that we can get something really good. Okay, we've got lightning. That's good. We already have him. He's not a bad unit. But I think we already have that Archon. Here comes another lightning, so 2 lightning in the first 10 pull. It's good. Tree Twinblade, who, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. We might just have to think about that. Not the best IV stats, but we'll just have to deal with that. But we got another Nat 5, and he's really good. I've seen a lot of people talking about him, so that's pretty awesome. So start off with another Nat 5. So we're doing well on, and that's a good Nat 5. So now we're just going to see what else we can get. Here comes another lightning. So we're doing well. Oh, we already have this guy. And he's not as exciting as the fire one. Really like to get the fire one. Here comes another lightning. We're getting good lightning rates. I already have 3 of this guy. So that's not exciting. Ooh, another lightning. Back to back, it looks like. We really need the water puppet artist. I've seen that used a lot in heavy metal. But we can't complain about that. Okay, not lightning. We're just waiting to see what else we get here. Here comes another lightning. So we've got a lightning in every 10 pull so far. Sky Police. I think that's new. Maybe not. Actually, I think we might already have it. Here comes another lightning. So 2 lightning and 10. Good rates. Yeah. Not really excited about the bears. I know they're tanks, but it's not. Okay, let's keep going. See if we can't get. We still have 50 left. Really hoping for that tree bookworm. Lightning? Can it be the tree bookworm? Ugh. Another fire sky police. Okay. It really wants us to stack up the fire sky police. Another lightning. Fire ant cannon. We already have that one. In fact, we might be using him in arena. But we'll take skill ups are good at this point. Fire engineer robot. Not sure if that's new or not. So, but once again, 2 lightning out of 10. Can't complain about that at all. 30 left. We're just really hoping. Come on, where's that tree bookworm? Here comes another lightning. Oh, fire ghost captain. Actually, so he's new. I know for sure I don't have him. So attacks all enemies 3 times. Each attack has a 30-40% chance to turn speed down and decrease their attack bar. So AoE slow and AoE attack bar down, so it's really nice CC. And then attacks enemies 4 times randomly, which gives a defense break. So you're kind of doing an AoE defense break. And then it does an AoE. Skill 1 is an AoE. It's not a ton of damage, but then it also, when he's 6-starred, he gets an attack bar decrease with that. So, good unit. I'm glad I got him. That's pretty cool. Okay, 20 left. Okay, come on, let's get that. Let's get that tree bookworm. It's not looking too promising. But we got some good lightning. Here comes another lightning. Let's see what we can get. Oh, another water one. Okay. That's our 3rd one of that one. And it looks like that's it for the regular Illyrium. So we're going to do the water one first. Let's see what we can get here. Hey, we got a lightning. What did we get? Water assassin. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll think about that one. Okay, this is it. Can we get the tree bookworm? That's what we're looking for. Come on. Tree ant cannon. That is acceptable. That was the other one we're looking for. And you can see attacks all enemies, removes all buffs. So it's an AoE strip. And it won't land as a glancing hit. And then you get an extra turn after using it. So really good for Boxing Club B10 because it will strip the boss if the boss has the attack power buff up, and then it won't glance, and then it gets an extra turn after that, and then grants attack up and crit rate up to all allies. So, and then the first one, I think it's just you get a 30% chance to turn cycle. But I've seen quite a few people using the tree ant cannon in Boxing Club, even on some speed teams. So we'll have to see how that one goes. And then we're down to 1 Twilight, and I'm Still shocked that my very first Twilight Delirium got us an LD5, so I know that's not going to happen again, but can we get a good unit from this Twilight? So far we've only had 3 pulls on Twilights, and we got the Light Man-at-Arms, we got the Dark Joker, and then we got the Dark Sharpshooter. So we've had really good luck, so let's see if we can continue that luck. It's not lightning. Let's see what unit we get. Oh, Light Pumpkin. I think this is the one. I think this one's pretty good, actually. Applies 3 turns of Incurable to the enemy target, and then attacks together with 1 to 3 of other allies who have the highest attack power. The number of selected allies increases based on your attack power. So you have to give this guy a lot of attack power, but then he's a combo attack. That's really strong. It could be really good in the dungeon that needs multi-hits. And then attacks the enemy 3 times, and it can strip, it can do defense down, or apply speed down. So defense break, slow, or it can strip. And then skill 1 is 2 hits, which with a defense down as well. So that's a really strong unit. So once again, we got a really nice light dark unit. So 4 out of 4 on our Twilight Deliriums. That's pretty awesome. And then if we go back here, go to Embark, we go to the dungeon, it's the Death Lab. So the Death Lab is the one that multi-hits is really useful to break the shields on the boss. So we got some really nice units. We didn't get the Tree Bookworm, but we'll eventually get it. So we're going to go to Plan B and start working on our Boxing B10. We hope to have that ready by tomorrow, and so we can start farming decent gear. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.